Hi everyone, my name is Caden.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Eli.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Jason.
And we are the YHWH and Torah YouTube channel.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate this. You could set up a virtual table with us. We extend the leaf here. You can sit right down and we will give you a big old grizzly bear hug and give you some tea. We'd offer you some coffee, but we do not drink coffee anymore. And as I was thinking about coffee the other day, I thought to myself, it's actually what you would call a neurotoxin. And that might be, everyone drinking coffee is like, oh, Jason, it's not a neurotoxin. But when you look at the effects of coffee and what it does to the human mind, it is absolutely a neurotoxin. And for those still out there drinking coffee, if you ever want to see what kind of a fiend you are, stop drinking coffee for 7 days. If you can make it 7 days without drinking coffee, then you're not a fiend. If you got headaches and it takes you to school and it goes over, that is a problem. So anyway, how are you guys today? Today is a second day. And we are getting ready to go fertilize some of our corn. And what else you guys have? What's going on? How you guys doing?
Good.
We just dealt with some cows. We just sprayed them off and a couple other things like that.
Yeah, Cade, why don't you scoot your chair up here, son? There's no dogs around you. You can do this. Scoot right up. Join in this table, and you will be totally good. All right. So thank you guys very much. We will get into this. One thing I want to go into is a message from the other day, from yesterday or the day before. And this is where I want to go right here. So this was from Sao Erased, and this is a sister of ours, and we really appreciate the comments and things of this nature. And this is, I will read this to everybody, and let's go over this. Shalom, brothers and sisters. I have a question. I do not eat any organs of cling animals. I thought there was a commandment about this. I have not found it, but it says, do not eat the blood. Most organs have blood in them. What say you about this? Much love. All right, gentlemen.
All right, so the first thing that comes to mind is the priests. They always completely just burned it. They never ate it. They would burn it, and they would eat the meat, but not the organs.
Yeah, so I mean, one thing I did pull up here that I would like to point out is this is what. So the kidneys function is to filter blood, and it removes waste products from urine. And liver, I don't know where it says the liver. The liver is one of the most important organs of the metabolic system. Now, we know that the liver, when people drink a lot, their livers go bad because they're unable to process things of that nature. I know liver deals with alcohol, and it basically, the kidneys and the liver and things like that are clinging systems, right? And so, Jay, like you said, I don't think there's any commandment about not eating them. However, there is, the life is in the blood. Like if you're going to eat a heart, you would have to cut that up and you would have to fry that. You would have to fry that. You get the blood completely out of it because you couldn't just eat a heart. There is blood in there. Right. But like with everything with meat, you have to cook the blood out of it. So again, go tell us a little bit about the priests again. What did they do? And this is
they separated it. They would take the entrails and all the organs, and they'd set it up and they'd burn it for Yahuwah. And they wouldn't eat it. They would eat the meat of the animal, but not the organs.
Yeah, and it's we have experience cutting up animals, cows for sure, birds and things of that nature, and it's kind of nasty when you're up in there. I mean, you can definitely see the process of everything. As far as the organs go, you have the heart, you have the liver, you have the kidneys, you have the brain. I don't think you'd want to eat the brain. That is not even meat. That is something else. Liver, like I said, liver clings your system as well as your kidneys. So I'm not so sure. I mean, I guess in a pinch, you could eat that. There is no commandment against that. But if we do take the example of the Levites, we would probably not eat that. And I mean, if you have other meat, I would eat the real meat that is on the system. And that's what the organs are doing. Is they are keeping life to the actual meat of the system, right? If your organs fail, you start getting into catastrophic decay. And we've seen, I think, like some of our animals, when they die, I think their organs have failed, and the insides of them are what, Cade?
Yeah, some of them are just like blood clotted. Some of them clotted up. Some of them have like torn, have inside like tears on them and stuff.
Right.
It's kind of sick and look kind of maybe like a disease or something.
Right. Eli, wake up, buddy. Come closer to the table. Let's participate in this. People would love to hear from you. My little 15-year-old baby-faced Eli. He is waking up with us. All right, so let's go into today's study. And actually, what I want to do, I didn't open up my docs, and so I don't have my commandments today. I will go over those tomorrow, but we ended up with 26 commands yesterday. And actually, let me just pause it, and I will go open this up. All right, so we were not prepped, but we are now. So, okay, so here it is. Don't eat the fat. Starting at 50. This is not new, but I'm going to start at 50 because we changed things around, and we're not adding to and taking away. We're just adding stuff in and around, sorting it. And the perfect job, I guess. Nicole has been an IT gal all her life, and she's also, I met her as she was a receptionist at an ISP. And she's probably one of the very best receptionists I ever knew. She's extremely detail-oriented. So there is no better person than this for going through this. And she sat down probably for an hour or two yesterday after we got done and started fleshing this stuff out. And as you guys see this and you see this getting dialed in, that is our sister Nicole that is doing this for us. And we will share this list here very, very soon. And so you guys can get this list and share it as well.
It's still not completed, though.
It's still not completed. It's a work in progress. Okay, so 50 was don't eat the fat. 51 is return what is your neighbor's. Obey Yahuwah's dietary laws. Obey Yahuwah's hygiene laws, which is one she is
Those
not.
two I have to fix.
Yep, those two are hardcore. That we gotta basically sit down at the computer and make it happen. So 54 is keep the Day of Atonement. No sacrifices to other gods. 56, do not uncover the nakedness of your family.
That's another one I have to fix, too.
Okay, and she's fleshing that out as well. Do not uncover, that says that doesn't sound right. Do not uncover, take your woman's sister for wife. Don't take your white woman's sister. Yeah, don't take a woman's sister for a wife. 58, do not lie with a woman in her uncleanness. You shall not sacrifice your children to Moloch. Do not be gay. And my dogs are just being bad. Do not lie with any beast. Be holy, because Yah is holy. Yes, so we need to be holy. 63, do not reap the corners of your field, or you shall not glean your vineyard. And, it is a command. It's something that we need to still keep today, that I believe that if you are doing this and you are a producer of food, then we need to help those who are in need. 64, do not deal falsely or defraud. What would that defraud? What?
Your neighbor.
Yeah, your neighbor.
Your neighbor for his wages either.
Yeah, so do
That's
not.
down further.
So we need to fix that
Defraud
right
your
there.
neighbor.
Do not, or defraud your neighbor. 65, do not lie. That should be obvious, but it's a straight command there. Pay your workers for the day's wage; they are due. 67, do not harm with the disabled. That sounds jacked up too. It sounds like she's speaking Spanish in an English version here, but yeah. Do not harm the blinder or
The
deaf.
deaf, yeah, don't curse him, don't put a stumbling block before the blind. I mean, sort of monster mentality that is.
Yeah, and it says don't be a liar, and I think don't be a liar says do not lie. So wouldn't 68?
That's what I asked you, and you told me no.
No.
They were two different ones.
All right, let's look at that real quick. You shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another. Do not lie is right there, okay? And then 68, you shall not go down as a talebearer among your people. Yeah, okay. We'll probably still keep fleshing this stuff out as we see this stuff and go through it. Do not endanger your neighbor. All right, don't knock the tree down on your brother. Do not hate your brother. Rebuke your neighbor for his sin before it gets out of control, so you do not share up on that sin. Love your neighbor as yourself. Do not diverse your cattle. Do not
let them
allow
mingle.
them to breed with other cattle. Do not mingle your seed. And I don't know about the cattle thing. I don't know why that would be important, but I think down here they just let anything go. I mean, it's anything. You have Brahmas and half Holsteins and half everything. So I think that command is completely shot down here, but doesn't mean it's not a command, and we should. Obviously, Yah has his ways. Do not mingle your seed. Do not mingle linen and wool, unless you want a vibration of doom. Do not lie with a taken woman. Don't commit adultery and it's not even it could be an adultery thing if you're married, but don't. This is talking about the slave or somebody, your hired man. Don't take his woman.
And I don't know if that one should be under do not break wedlock.
And whosoever lies carnally with a woman. Now, I think this is a little different. I
Okay.
mean, because it may not be wedlock. They're not married yet. And this guy, the slave owner, may not be married either, so he might not be committing adultery, but he is family wrecking things.
Okay.
Okay, Commandment 77, do not eat the fruit of the trees for 3 years. That's on a new tree. Commandment 78, do not practice sorcery. It says, so not practice sorcery, one way or
It's
another.
one of my phone issues.
Yeah, she's doing this on a little tiny phone. So, do not round your beard or the corners of your head. Eli, you have no beard.
I haven't rounded it.
You haven't rounded
natural.
it. It is natural, naturally smooth. Okay, do not cut yourself for the dead. Do not get tattoos. Do not prostitute your daughter. Do not defile your temple. And do not consult the medium. Yeah, respect your elders. Have correct weights and measures. All right, so we made it to 86 commands. And so we are on Leviticus 20 today, and we will do our handy-dandy split screen. Take us right here as we, again, thank you guys for spending time with us, and thank you guys for, just hanging out. So, actually, here's one thing. Actually, before I do, I got to take the handy-dandy split screen off. All right, so something I want to talk about real quick, and let's go right here. And I want to read this first thing real quick, and we'll discuss it, and then I have something real quick I want to go over. Leviticus 20. And Yahweh spoke unto Moshe, saying, again, you shall say to the children of Yashrael, whoever he be of the children of Yashrael, or of the strangers that sojourns in Yashrael, that gives any of his seed unto Moloch, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones. And I will set my face against that man, and will cut him off from among his people, because he has given his seed unto Moloch, to defile my sanctuary and to profane my holy name. And if the people of the land do any ways hide their eyes from the man when he gives of his seed unto Moloch, and kill him not, then I will set my face against that man and against his family, and will cut him off, and all that go whoring after him to commit whoredom with Moloch from among the people. Now, let's talk about this real quick. What are some ways you could offer your child to Moloch? I mean, back in the days, you would just simply walk up to the little Moloch statue. Yeah, and they actually had it to where they put the baby in its hands, and then they dropped it into the fire, right? It had like a release thing. So they literally were offering that. How in today's society are people offering their children to Moloch?
The abortion table.
The abortion table. And it's interesting because this channel has so many subscribers that come from music that everybody sits there and goes, oh, may God bless Israel. May God have peace on Israel. May God bless this. And that I see one or two or three every single day. And I just stopped responding to all of this because people do not realize that they are Israel. Now, people will say, well, those are God's chosen people. They're in the Holy Land, and they are doing the will of God. And if you simply want to see this, I did a little search here. And if you want to see how this land is absolutely not holy, what we're looking at right here is we are looking at abortion clinics inside of Israel. And so if you look at all these things, and this one has a big old Star of David on it. And if you go into this and take a look, right, there's abortion clinics all over Israel. There's 3 in Jerusalem. They're all over the West Bank here. And what I found was really disturbing was this one was open till 11:30 p.m. And so it is open now, but imagine an abortion clinic that you're getting an abortion at 11 o'clock at night. So if you want to look and see how vile and how evil the people of Israel are today, and this without a shadow of a doubt, you don't have to go any further. You don't have to talk about any of the crazy stuff that these guys from over there do. You don't have to say anything because you get banned off YouTube, right? You become an anti-Semite. Well, you don't need to be an anti-Semite to understand that. Look at this list right here, right? This is all abortion clinics in Israel. And this is like 2 pages. I'm on 3 pages. This is Tel Aviv, Yashra, Israel. There we go. Finally get out of Israel. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 abortion clinics, right? And what's sick is these guys are all, look at this. These guys have 4 stars, right? 4 stars. Oh, they killed the kid really good. Oh, I didn't feel a thing, right?
That one almost got 5.
Yeah, this one almost has a 5-star abortion clinic.
18
right?
abortion clinics in Israel. Israel's not that big of a country.
It's a very small country, but they're all over the place, right? This is a commercialized setup that they offer their children to Moloch. And so if you had any doubt that the people of Yisrael of today they are absolutely not God's people. They're absolutely out of the Satan's hands, and they do very evil stuff. This one has a 5-star, 5 full stars, Jerusalem, Israel, right? And they close at 3. But again, this one closes, the one to 53 reviews that has like 4 stars, 4.1, closes at 11:30 p.m.
Why are you getting midnight abortions?
There's some sort of evil. There's some sort of very, very evil stuff that is going on over there. And so our creator, he just gave us some commands right here. And I'm doing the handy dandy split screen. And so we have this. Eli, go ahead. Let's get on this right here. So the very first 4 commands, and it's not only that you would not offer your kids to Moloch, but if we were a holy land, you saw somebody offering your kids to Moloch, you go kill them.
Yeah, you take them before the council and you stone them.
Yeah, you kill them all. Yeah, you would absolutely go kill them all. And that may sound like a harsh thing to do, but why in the world would you, if our commandments are to be fruitful and multiply, how is that multiplying?
It's the opposite. And when you see someone doing that, more people might actually do it. So it's got to get rid of that person so he doesn't pollute other people.
Yeah, and that is the beginning of the great evil, because all of the big pharma stuff that is out there, they have made all of their shots and stuff based upon the aborted fetal cells. So they don't just go, these guys with 5-star ratings and 53 reviews, and the ones that's open to 11:30, they're harvesting babies, right? This is a big business. The beginning of the business is to get the woman on the altar of Moloch. They get the woman on the altar of Moloch, and I don't want to be too graphic, but they reach in there with forceps and they crush the leg and they rip it off. And they'll go in there and they will grab the head and they'll crush it and they'll pull it out. So this baby is screaming inside of it. The very first thing they do is they take the fluid that is around the baby and they drain it. And then they go in and the baby's screaming inside. They've heard their silent screams all over. And so when we are offering our children to Moloch in this fashion, in fact, it would probably have been better to die. I don't know if it'd be better to die in a fire of Moloch or to be ripped to shreds with how these people are doing it. But this is the holy land of our Creator. This is where our Creator says, never, ever do this. And they bleed these babies out day after day, right? All day long. They're all open, right? If you look at those abortion clinics, it says they're all open now. So they're all open for business, ready to go in. And it's like a McDonald's for death is what it is. All right, so let's continue on.
Yeah, we shouldn't be eating McDonald's.
You shouldn't be eating McDonald's either. Yeah, absolutely don't eat any of that stuff. It's all, they have human stuff inside of these things they found. All right, where are we at? 5? 6?
5. No, 6.
6. All right, so here we go. And this, okay, do we have commandments there?
I would put that under don't offer your children to Moloch. I'd definitely put that as under there.
So we already added that one in?
Yep.
Or you will? Okay, so Nicole's already on this. She fired the computer a little earlier today trying to get this in thing. So I told you she's a really good receptionist.
Except for all the mistakes I had.
Except for all the mistakes. But that's, we're fleshing this stuff out. It'll look really good when we're done. All right, hopefully. All right, so 6. And the soul that turns after such as a familiar spirits and after wizards to go a-whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul and will cut him off from among his people. Okay, what are we dealing with? It's familiar spirits.
Mine says mediums and spiritists.
Okay, mediums and spiritists.
So,
Somebody who casts spells and probably talks to the dead, play Ouija board, stuff like that.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Cards, tarot cards, all those things. They've had tarot cards since the beginning of time, and there's something to it. There's absolutely something to it enough that if this was like some sort of like sideshow that really wasn't real, then Yah would never you shouldn't go talk to them, right? And so, how is it these people are empowered? How is a fortune teller able to do this?
the same way the same way for the people of Egypt were able to cast their spells against Moses. The same way they did the thing where they threw the rods down and became snakes as well. They had the powers of Satan and they can do it as well.
Yeah, the power of Satan, and that there's power with Satan as well. Okay.
It's not a good power, and it's not going to end you up anywhere good. It'll probably end you up with demons, and it'll ruin life forever.
A whole bunch of friends that you can't shake.
I
Okay.
added that one to the medium. Don't consult the medium.
All right. All right, thank you. So that's we added that one in as well. Don't consult the medium. Okay, sanctify yourselves therefore, and be ye holy, for I am Yahuwah Elohim.
So
okay,
be holy.
Yeah, so under the be holy, I would add that as well.
I did.
Okay, good.
Sure.
And ye shall guard my statutes and do them. I am Yahuwah Mekodishikim. And I don't know if I said that right. Let's see if that comes up.
I am Yahuwah who kadoshu.
Okay, who will kadosh you?
Who kadoshu, just who kadoshu.
Who makes you holy?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't come up, so I have no tally for that. Okay, for everyone that curses his father or his mother shall be surely put to death.
This is the put to death chapter.
He has cursed his father or his mother, his blood shall be upon him. Now, why? I mean, we've gone over this before.
What kind of cursing is this? Like cursing them to death? What kind of like?
I don't know. Whatever it is probably beyond normal teenage belligerence. It's probably something far worse. And I mean, if you're sitting there, I mean, here's the thing. This is what I've told my teens, and for since they were little kids, I said, look, I don't know what it is about the world of teenagers, but at some point, you guys are going to want to come against your parents for whatever reason in your journey for freedom. It always ends up where it's kids versus parents. And sometimes if you are unable to get to the bottom of that, you can end up hating each other. The parents can hate the kids and the kids can hate the parents, and the kids leave, and you have a very, very bad relationship. So I don't know if we've ever gotten through that. I don't know so much as this is a problem in our house, but we've definitely addressed the freedom-seeking teenagers that sometimes believe that they have far more answers than their parents have. And at the end of the day, old mom and old pops, you usually have the very best answers for the very best time. And that's why you want to stick with them, right? Stick with those who are old. If you have gray hair and you've made it to that, that state, you've obviously survived. And so if you are unwise and you don't want to take advice from those who've been there, done that, then you're only having to recreate the wheel, and you're only going to have to learn your own mistakes versus having, somebody with gray hair tell you exactly how it is. All right. So did that get added to a
Honor your mother and father.
Honor mother. Okay, thank you. And the man that breaks wedlock with another man's wife, even he that breaks wedlock with his neighbor's woman, the adulterer and the adulteress shall be put to death. Kill them all. I mean, drag them out. I mean, people look at me when I say that. I'm like, I see these politicians and I see all these evil people, and I see the medical industry, and that they've done some great evil to this world. And I keep saying it, and people look at me shocked. I'm like, we just need to drag them outside the city gates and kill them. I mean, that's the bottom line. And I don't, it's hard in this world where we are very unholy. And I mean, you can do a murder in the United States of America and you can be out in 5 years. I mean, one guy, the speaker guy from Jim Staley, murdered he was drunk driving, and he killed the woman in the car. He got out in 5 years, and they're out teaching tongues now with Jim Staley. But, that's a life. You have now taken a life. And I have to break this real quick, guys, because the tree out there, it just dropped a papaya to the ground. As I'm sitting here talking to you guys, a papaya just fell to the ground. So, sorry. I can't really put that to video, but I'm sitting here talking to you guys, and out of my eyes, I see a papaya hit the ground. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, this needs to be, it should be dealt with, right? You're wrecking. This is a very interesting thing. This is simple adultery. And I guess that's a bad word, simple adultery. There's no such thing as simple adultery.
Adultery is adultery, no matter what.
Yeah, adultery is adultery, and you're not just breaking trust and loyalty and breaking Yah's laws, but your wife or your husband. If you do that act, you will never ever be in bond with them again, ever. You can hide it and you can think you have it hidden, but it's going to dwell with you forever, and it's wrong. And if you are an adulterer and you take your wife back, you have now made her an adulterer. It's a bad deal. Okay, 11. So we got that 10 into a command?
Yep.
Okay. And the man that lies with his father's woman has uncovered his father's nakedness. Both of them shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Okay, so if you ended up with another mother who wasn't your mother, and your dad had it, and you went and laid with her, you're going to get some rocks to your skull, and probably rightfully so. Both of you, in fact, the woman and the man, both of them shall surely be put to death. So Yah is not messing around with this stuff. And if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death. They have wrought confusion. Their blood shall be upon them. Yeah, kill the dad and the daughter, right? And that's the way it is. Did you add that somewhere? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Nicole is all over this one today. All right, if a man also lie with mankind, as he lies with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Now, we live in a strange, strange world where you can dance down the road with no clothes on in North America. And again, I don't know if this is worldwide, but North America has become a haunt for every filthy, nasty, a kind of abominable thing ever. So basically, we should have had an entire road lined with bodies, is what that should have been, if we were in a holy kind of land. And I know there's a lot of homosexuals and gays and whatever you call them these days, but they're sodomites. It's an abomination to our Creator. Besides it being filthy and weird, why does Yah say not to lie with a man and a woman with a woman?
There's no offspring that happens.
Yes,
There's no multiplying.
Yeah, there's no multiplying.
It literally stops the generation from happening.
Adam and Eve, okay. Adam and Steve, not so much. Adam and Steve aren't going to have kids. They got to adopt a kid, and then the kids are going to be flaky and wacky as well. So I know this is going to fall on some ears. I don't know if anybody who is wacky will hear this, but if you are wacky, you need to stop being wacky. It's not good. It's an abomination. Okay, and if a man take a woman and her mother, it is wickedness. They shall be burnt with fire. Yes, both he and they that there be no wickedness among you.
So this one's different. This one's like
burn them.
Instead of stoning them, it's like burn them alive.
Burn them alive. Which is I would rather be stoned to death than burned alive.
Yeah.
So this is a big deal. So if you don't be weird, don't be wicked, don't be unholy.
I put that one. Sorry, I put that one under. Don't uncover the nakedness of your family. I don't know if that one needs to go under something else.
Yeah, don't uncover the naked, and if you do, you should be burned with fire. Okay, and if a man lie with a beast, he shall surely be put to death, and ye shall slay the beast. Yeah, absolutely, kill the man and beast, kill both those beasts. Okay, and if a woman approach unto any beast, did you add that one, Nicole?
Yes.
Okay, and if a woman approach unto any beast and lie down thereto, you shall kill the woman and the beast. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
So were they burned or were they stoned in this one?
I don't know. There's a lot of ways to be put to death. I mean, you could name the names. There's ways. There's a lot. But definitely when there's burned with fire, that's a whole other situation, right? That's like it takes a little work to burn somebody with fire. Like it's gonna be a brutal death. Okay. And if a man shall take his sister, his father's daughter, or his mother's daughter, and see her nakedness, and she sees his nakedness, it is a wicked thing, and they shall be cut off in the sight of their people. He has uncovered his sister's nakedness; he shall bear his iniquity.
So he doesn't get killed for this.
He doesn't get killed, but all they did is that if a man shall take his sister, his father's daughter, and see her, so it is only about them seeing each other naked. This is not the actual act of sex, is what I believe.
In the NIV, I think it is.
Is it? Okay, so, and they have sexual relations. It is a disgrace. Yeah, okay, so yeah, they do. Yeah, I don't know. You don't die with this. This is really weird.
I feel like they should both be stoned as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well, what about the daughter? The daughter, I mean, this doesn't say this is a father's daughter, his father's daughter, or his mother's daughter. Yeah, it does. The thing is, the daughter could be very young. I mean, that's the problem. Is these bad dudes are always. It's not going to be like an aged woman. It's going to be this guy's going to be doing like pedophilia or something of the sort.
Stone him.
Yeah, stone the guy, kill him. But yeah, this is not. You don't kill this guy, right? So I don't know. This is Yah's ways. So here we go. And if a man shall lie with a woman having her sickness, and shall uncover her nakedness, he has discovered her fountain, and she has uncovered the fountain of her blood. And both of them shall be cut off from among their people. So again, more wickedness, more wrongdoing. If a woman is in a cycle, you stay away from her. Let her rest. Stay away. Just don't be weird. Don't be wicked. Okay. And you shall not uncover the nakedness. Did you add that in, Nicole?
Yep.
Okay, so she's all over it. And you shall not uncover the nakedness of your mother's sister, nor of your father's sister, for he uncovers his near kin. They shall bear the iniquity. That's even more weirder. That's an aunt or uncle or something. That's not good. None of this. So, but they shall bear the iniquity. So whether Yah kills them or something, that they gotta deal with this. And if a man shall lie with his uncle's woman, he has uncovered his uncle's nakedness. They shall bear their sin. They shall die childless.
Isn't that the same as the aunt of the one before? No, I guess because it's not the father sister. Man.
Yeah, he's just going over basically all the different
anything
kinds.
In the family circle, anything you can call family is
it's
no.
off limits. Okay, and if a man shall take his brother's woman, it is an unclean thing. He has uncovered his brother's nakedness. They shall be childless. Where does this change?
This changes if the brother dies without a child, then the brother must take the wife of the brother that died.
Yep. No, I don't.
If they die childless, but if they have a kid, then she lives as a widow.
Good. Yep. All right. So did you add that anywhere?
Yep.
Okay. 22. Ye shall therefore guard all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them, that the land whither I bring you to dwell therein spew you not out.
That does not vomit you out.
Did you add that one?
Yes.
Okay. She's so good. All right. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation, which I cast out before you, for they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them. Okay?
I did not add that one because I don't know where it goes.
You shall not walk in the manners of the nation, which I cast out before you. They committed all these horns.
Apparently it's all laws here. That's what the nations did with these things.
Yeah, I mean, where would this go, boys?
Maybe a new command. It says, do not do as the nations do.
Do not walk in the manners of the nations.
Don't do as
Do not do as they do in Rome.
don't do as the Gentiles do.
Don't do as the pagans do. Okay, yeah, so that's probably a new command.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. That's why I didn't add it.
All right, 24. But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that flows with milk and honey. I am Yahuwah Elohim, which have separated you from other people. Ye shall therefore put difference between clean beasts and unclean, and between unclean fowls and clean. And ye shall not make your souls abominable by beast, or by fowl, or by any manner of living thing that creeps on the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean. What do you guys make of this right there?
Well, he breaks off from all these do not uncover the nakedness of your family into don't defile yourselves with the animals by eating them because the pagans will eat the unclean animals. They eat anything, right? They eat pig, they ate possibly vultures, they ate everything. And that was what it was. He's like, no, this is the food you're going to eat. You're going to make a distinction. You got to figure this out. What is clean and what is not clean.
Yeah, I agree. Anyone else have anything?
I think that should maybe go under the dietary laws.
You shall therefore put difference between clean beasts. Yeah, so dietary laws, I would
That's
put
where
that.
I already put it.
Okay, I told you. She's good. Okay, and ye shall be holy unto me, for I, Yahuwah, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine. Now, what does that mean, guys? He severed us from other people. Are we severed? Have we been severed?
I feel like we have.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen another human being other than you guys for a very long time. I feel like I am completely cut off, and I'm actually very happy about not seeing anybody else. I mean, I probably shouldn't be like that, but it's a lonely life being a Torah keeper, because you lose your friends. You lose the people that you should not be hanging around, and you make a life with Yah, and that is who our life should be with. Okay, 27. Did we get that?
You shall be holy.
Okay, awesome. And 27. A man also or a woman that has a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones. Their blood shall be upon them. Okay, you have that added as well?
I don't know where I put that one.
So that goes on our new one. Kill the wizards and warlocks.
That would be half the Freemason lodges in all the world.
Well,
I mean,
that's it.
they're all wizards, and I mean, it's here in today's society. People are excited about being wizards, right? You'll witches. I think Hillary Clinton was a witch, like literally like a certified witch. And there's people.
So you got a license for it?
She's probably got a license for it, as bad as she is.
You have your flying broom license?
She got multiple closets full of brooms. Yeah, so I guess that is it. So we need to, definitely kill the wizard. We should, if if we're in, go ahead.
Is that a new commandment?
To
Or
kill the
does that
wizards.
Go under, or does that go under do not consult a medium?
A woman who has a familiar spirit or is a wizard shall surely put to death. Well, it's if you I think it's a new command.
Yeah, put to death.
Yeah, I mean, because this gives us how to deal with somebody reading tea leaves, and it ain't the tea leaves like we're drinking here. It's like some other kind of tea leaves. They throw bones and stuff in there, and it's all creepy.
I'm also thinking like the weird way people talk in tongues, right? They don't know what they're saying. They're trying to decipher
Dude, it
things.
could be
That could be
demons.
They could be bringing demons. They could be sitting
Oh, yeah.
there
Well,
conjuring
and
spirits. They could be mediums.
That's the thing.
spirits.
That is the thing. And Jim Staley is now onto this the quest of teaching everybody how to speak in tongues. And the guy that went to prison for him, they're out there. It's like, oh yeah, use your breathing and just bring this. I mean, there's videos on Jim's stuff. I mean, he's gone to this way. I mean, and I don't know. I don't know if it's the dark side or if I just don't know. But yeah. So, anyone have anything else?
No. If you do anything here, you're probably Yahoo probably sees you as an abomination.
Yeah, and if you consult a witch or wizard, remember what happened to King Saul? He died and he got his son killed because he went and consulted a spellcaster.
All right, so here we are today, right? A lot of people are not in Torah. And I know a lot of people have played around by calling the psychic hotlines, calling Sister Clara or whatever, the psychic hotline lady. A lot of people have done this. How do we deal with this right now? How do we deal when we have done evil and we just come into the understanding that we have done evil?
You repent, you use the blood of Yahusha, and you repent for the sins you have committed for that. 'Cause, I mean, those are serious things to sit there and talk to the spiritists, whether they're fake or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can definitely take on unclean spirits. I mean, I would be very concerned that these people would transfer their unclean spirits to you somehow or something of that effect. All right, yeah, the blood of Yahushua is what it's all about. Eli, come back up over here. Tell me about this. Take us home on this. Salvation begins where?
At the cross or at the stake. If you believe in Yahushua Mashiach,
Yeah,
you'll be saved.
and who is Yahushua HaMashiach?
He is the son of Yahuwah or God. In Yahushua Mashiach, you may know him as Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a lot of people know him as Jesus Christ. There's no J's till the year 1529, so we're talking 2,000 years after our Messiah walked the earth. Is when the letter J was invented, so it did not, and then there's no J's in Hebrew, so we got to get the names right. Is the blood of Messiah? Is it so that we can party on the weekends and make it back home and repent?
No, the blood was a repentance for us. It was our sacrifice. So when we need to repent, we had full repentance with using his blood from our sins of our breaking the Torah.
And what does the Torah tell us? Why should we be writing this on our hearts, minds, and souls?
So we know what's wrong and right. So we know that consulting the spiritists is going to get us murdered.
Yeah, going to get you killed. You're going to be cut off. That you should never, ever take off the clothes of anyone in your family. That it's got to be a holy convocation. Our Creator has given us a body that we need to keep hidden. I'm not hidden. I guess hidden is the right word. Yeah, we need to keep it hidden, right? We shouldn't act and dance like the pagans. And if you look at the clothes of the women today, there's like nothing on them, right? There's like a couple of straps, and they walk around, and there's no mystery, right? There's no mystery of it. Back in the 40s and 50s and things like that, the women had dresses down to their ankles, and they were it wasn't like today. Now they have like spandex and things called Spanx, and it's just like skin tight. It's like pantyhose or something of the sort. It's just they wear them outside, and it's an abomination. Our Creator wants us to be humble, and I don't have the word for it. What is the word? He wants us to be
Modest.
Modest. That's it. Thank you, guys. That's exactly right. Yeah, he wants us to be modest. And we shouldn't be flaunting this stuff, right? And I think men and women will flaunt that as they attempt to get other men and women and things of that nature. And if Yah will send his woman or your man, he will send it your way. When it's the right one for you, you don't have to go looking, because it will come to your door, and you will find it. Yah will provide. He's in full control of everything. He's wonderful. He's great, and the Torah is great. All right, guys, that's it. Anyone have anything else?
Read your Bibles. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to be doing the Spanish version of Youth for All.
Yes, and that's tonight?
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, so tomorrow night the boys are going to be doing, it's probably not for you guys, and
If you guys do speak Spanish, you can join in.
yeah, if you speak Spanish, you can join in. Kate, tell them a little bit in Spanish what it's going to be about.
Mañana vamos a hacer una enseñanza donde vamos a hablar sobre proverbios y esperemos que tú puedas estar ahí.
All right, that's it. Wrap it up. Much love to
right.
everybody out there.
All right, shalom.
Shalom.